Welcome back to Longhorn Transport and Salvage on Space Engineers. You're on with Pixie Rain. And let's see here. Looks like we got good sound, so that works out good. Alright. Okay, so, okay, anything changed? Looks like we got a TFSR polar, but I'm not going to mess with it. Hey, thanks for joining. It's not, I don't think that's one of the ones we're unfriendly with. So off camera, just like I promised, I did a little bit of boring grinding work. So we've got the layout of some stuff in here. And so we're going to go down this way, and we got this open where we're going to put a window. And then this is our door. We're going to act like we're going out, okay? And then lo and behold, I basically ground down all that steel plate in the entire place. Everything got ground down. The battery over here drained out. And so I had to quickly switch over all the batteries from recharge to auto, and then just ground out all of this steel plate, and it all, except for that one plate, I seem to have missed that one. I had to set this up so I could recharge, and if you'll see, we got 4,800 liters there. We've got an entire, almost completely full there. I mean, we got thousands and thousands of plates. I mean, look at this, like almost 3,000 plates of steel, 700 plates of the other stuff. I mean, we just got a lot. So what I'd like to start out this episode with is we do have more work to do on the Longhorn. I have an idea. And we also want to get this material here sucked up into our storage, and then get this all ground down and incorporated into the Longhorn, which I took the back end off because I focused primarily on getting this section still fixed up. So I have an idea of what I think we should be doing with this. And I'm going to experiment a little bit. It may work, it may not, but basically what I want to do is I want to have a cargo bay right here. And on the sides of the cargo bay, we are not going to have doors like I was originally planning. Instead, I'm going to have extended out cargo containers, and then we'll have two hydrogen tanks with thrusters on them and the back end here. But we want to have this cargo bay be long enough that we can stack like different types of cargo in here, because there's going to be cargo we're going to have that we don't want to have shredded up, you know. And it might be a good idea to have some cargo containers in place that we could utilize. And I just realized that this one is upside down. Well, that is inconsistently wrong. Alright, since we're going to hold this to where it's at, we're going to go ahead and let's, well, we got some oxygen and stuff. Let's go ahead and actually, you know what? This is what it's for, honestly. We'll get in here. We're going to go in here. We're going to go down to this. Let's see. This is our large, oh no, that's Terminal 3. Okay, and Terminal 5... we don't want, these are cargo containers, so. Alright, let's see. Here is our industrial cargo container. Okay. Now we're going to go down past, because we don't have, I believe these are all just cargo containers down here. Let's take a look. Yep, small cargo container. Okay, these are all going to get transferred over here. Might as well throw that in there too. Alright, so those containers are all shredded up. That's good. Now we can't go anywhere until we get this all hooked up to where we want the other stuff. So now these, we're going to grind this down. Now, what I'm going to do here, you'd think I would just leave it alone, but I'm not going to. What I want to do here is I want to get a connector set up. And the reason why I want to do that is because I'm thinking that might be a location where I might want to have a connector where we can hook something up to it. So I don't want to get rid of that option. Now these over here I do. Now these are going to get changed because we're going to make a... what I want to do, guys, is I'm really interested in making a kind of like an elevator here. Big enough that we could put a vehicle if we wanted, or we could put whatever and lower it down. Like if we're, say we're at a station and we're over the platform and we just want to drop down some stuff, we can. I like that idea a lot. I wish there was a way to, yeah, I think that would be the best way, and that would also be a way for us to get up and down. Now that does beg the question of this, so we're going to go ahead and slap that there. And the reason why we're going to do that is because that's where we're going to get down, and I haven't decided exactly how we're going to do that. Now what I'm thinking is this is going to be the conveyor line, but you know what I started thinking about, guys, is that what if we brought the conveyor down and brought it along this edge here? Now let's look down here and let's see here. This was basically going to be the lower end of it, and I do want it to have smooth lines as much as I can get it, so... But this is exposed here, and I'm thinking, I don't know, we might do something with this side. I'm thinking maybe continue doing some sort of like angle work or something. I don't know, we'll see. We'll redo this whole side. So I'm thinking the conveyor line, since we're going to build a wall straight up, we can run the conveyor line here, but that means that we're going to have a 3-block wide cargo bay here, and I like the idea of having space along the sides. And if we did that, say we brought this along the bottom here, we could have I mean, we are going to have stuff that stick out on the sides. I mean, that's inevitable. Alright, let's go ahead and run this further out. And we're gonna go ahead and fill this in. Oh, we need steel plates. Yeah, okay, we'll get some steel plates. It's not like we don't have 1,000 steel plates around here. Alright, let's grab, let's grab 1,000 steel plates while we're at it, huh? Alright, so let's, we can always change these up later. And I'm thinking, because we're going to have, let's see, we're going to have it go, let's see, right in the middle here. We want this to be kind of, because I'm going to have cargo containers off the sides here. So I want to find the middle of it here. Let's see, that's 3, so let's go one more out. Of course, it's going to be big, but that's okay. Alright, so that's a good sized cargo container, our cargo space. We could definitely get some stuff done on that, and then that way we've got cargo storage on either end with the, we can do the thing in the middle. We can run a walkway up along the sides. Let's see if we do. So see, oh yeah, you know what we need to do? Oh no, we're not going to do that. That's right. Okay. Let's do this. Yeah, we're going to run this all the way across here. Of course, we could do it this way too, like we were doing. Yeah. Oh. Yeah, I think we're going to do it this way. I don't know, though. I feel almost like we should... Oh, you know what we could do? Ooh, I just had an idea. Let's do this one here. Oh yeah, this is perfect. I like that one. That's good. We're going to do this one all the way down the side here. I mean, we might as well get this part in. Okay. Why are we having an issue here? Oh, because of this. Alright. Yep. This is what we're going to do right here. We'll repaint things and stuff later. Alright, cool. And then that means we're going to run this like so. Okay. Sorry guys, I'm just like, I got music in my brain. I gotta figure out how to get some good music going in these streams. I haven't quite figured that part out, short of like trying to find a mod that produces music that I like and then putting it in there. I honestly have no clue. If you guys have any great ideas, I am absolutely open to ideas, let me tell you. Alright, so if we do it here, and we could run this all the way down, and then we could put cargo containers on the sides, up here, and then back here we've got, let's see, and that does set up middle on there, and it would keep it pretty, it would keep it fairly uniform, I suppose. And we could just bulk out this a little bit further out. I mean, I guess we could do it that way. I mean, it's not exactly what I had in mind, but it would do the trick, so. And then, yeah, we'll do it that way, I guess. I just don't want to mess with things once we get everything set up on the back end, though, because that's the part that's going to be really something. Alright, let's do it. Let's get it in there. Let's get it lined up. Alright, let's run the, you know, we could do too, and I like this idea already as I'm thinking about it. Okay, so we run these reinforced conveyors along the side here. We face them inside like this. But at the halfway marker, we're gonna need to have a cargo terminal. And you might think, why is that? Well, it's not just because I want to access the cargo containers, cargo stuff from there, but I told you guys we're going to put some cargo containers out here on the side. We're going to do a stack of cargo containers and then go from there. So let's go ahead and get the rest of these done up here. Okay. Let's see here. 3. And then another one.
Energy critical.
Of course, Suit Lady. Why wouldn't it be critical? Alright, cool. Okay, and then that is then what we'll do. For here, we're gonna go like that. And like that. Okay. Really? Are we gonna really have a grumbly belly? And then
storm inbound.
sure it is. Why not? Anything else? Jeez Louise, guys. Could we alright, let's see here. We're gonna go 2. Alright, and that goes there, there. Oh, how do we not have interior plates, really? Huh. Alright, so let's alright, now let's see here.
No
Oh,
energy.
snap. How did I miss that?
Low health.
Yep, yep, yep. I know, I know. Alright, there we go. Ah, good gravy. I was just so focused on it, guys. But yeah, so, you'd be doing a lot of welding, but I want to get that. I got to get that all plumbed out so that we could fill at least one of those hydrogen tanks. Then we're going to need to do some serious, like, hydrogen work to fill up the other tank. So I want 2 hydrogen tanks side by side for what we're going to do. And then we'll have hydrogen for thrust. Now, why, you may ask, when we could probably do a lot of just the others? Because remember, I was kind of really wanting to do something that involves, you know, going onto a planet. Okay, so we're going to put these here. This will tie it in nicely. And this one will tie it in too. Whatever the case may be on this back end. Alright. Now up here. Now this area in here, I don't know. I don't know what we're going to do in here. I really couldn't tell you. But I can tell you one thing, that I am definitely going to totally cover that up somehow. I don't know. I mean, we're going to run plating and stuff across here. Oh, you know what? This could be a really good place to do. Like, for example, we can run... What are those? Okay, so we've got... These are oxygen here. These are algae. We could run another set of algae, and just run the conveyoring, and we could actually set up like we could do like our timer blocks and stuff, and do all that kind of thing up in here. That would be really good to have. And then up here we'll just do some greeble and stuff, I expect. Maybe I want to keep it pretty open and tall, just because I want to be able to have it set up so that we're so I just want to make sure we're set up so that we're able to let me think for a second here. If we do another set of these, so if we do another set of these algae deals on here, I don't know. I don't think we really need to. We can always change those over too. Right there. So I actually don't think we need to do that. So, I don't know what that'll be. I don't know, guys. We'll have to figure it out. Who would have thought we would have had something like that set up? Okay, so here's what I want to do first of all. We're definitely going to want to use this, and we're going to want to bring up this. Oh, you know what we could do with this? We could convey this up and put a weapon system on here. Actually, that's probably the smartest thing to do. So let's go ahead and convey that up, regardless of whatever else we do with that extra space in there. Because every space has to be accounted for, of course. But I'm thinking that's a good spot to put a weapon system there just for protection against pirates, because you know how those guys are pretty much a pain in the butt. Actually, you know what? Let's leave this solid like this. I think it might be a good idea to keep that like that. And then right here, let's do some sort of like pipe works. I think that would look kind of cool. Yeah, there we go. Put a pipe works there. And then I want to do lighting. Yes, I hear you, stomach. Yeah, this, because we need to light up everything going on down below, so. And I think, actually, you know what? I think that having that in place like that, I think we should do this instead. Let's, okay. There we go. Now we'll put the lights across there, and I think it should be good just to do a solid row of lights all the way across. Perfect. Oh, this is good. Okay, good solid lineup straight across. That should light everything up down below. Absolutely outstanding. And then we can do the rest of this. Just do the rest of this in like this kind of armor. Oh, wait a minute. We were gonna have an opening up above too. Ooh. How is that gonna work? Well, you know what? If we decide to put an opening in the up here, then we'll put an opening up here. But right now, I think it's smart just to kind of fill it in, get it taken care of, and then we can kind of cut a hole in it, so to speak, you know? Because again, we want the support of what's going on. So we'll go ahead and put that there like that. And that there like that. Okay. And then in here, we got this one right here, and we'll put that there. And that right there. Perfect. Okay, cool. Now, instead of doing what makes sense, because, you know, we don't always do what makes sense. We're going to go with this right here. I like the idea of having something like that. And we could even take that all the way down, even to there, because that could cover over this just as easily as anything else. And I think that looks really cool. Now we'll start welding up, you know, this stuff up once we get the hydrogen tanks in place, because those are important. As soon as we get those hydrogen tanks in place, then we can clear out the other stuff. Okay, so this is the back end here. So this is the tricky part. I want those hydrogen tanks up above. So, that being the case, I'm thinking something along the lines of well, let's what we're going to do is we're going to temporarily put some steel plates here, okay? So we can get an idea of what, if this, you know, we're going to cover this up, obviously. And it's not going to be like this. It's going to come out a little further, but because I don't want to waste that, you know, middle space. But I want to get an idea of how that's going to look, because we're going to need to do some angle stuff. Alright, so this is how big they are. And they are quite large. So I'm thinking like maybe do like one right here. And then one right here. Nah, that's not right. Alright, so like one there, one there. And then that way we can put some thrusters in the middle. And then And we could have that there. Bam, like that. Now we'd need another thruster in the front here somewhere, or I was actually thinking maybe we could run a series of smaller thrusters along the underside here somehow. Maybe pull this and run conveyors there, and just run a whole row of thrusters there. I don't know if that would provide enough thrust for the drop or not, but it would certainly be interesting to see if it could. Another option we could do is to slap a couple onto here too, on the side too. Maybe put this a little further back. But this is basically what I was thinking, is get something like this and then have side thrusters left and right, and then run the angle around it, and then put some regular ion thrusters straight up the middle here, and then down below as well. And that's what I'm thinking, guys, and I really like how this is set up. I think it looks pretty damn cool, actually. So what we're going to need to do here is run, we're going to need to convey it properly. So let's go ahead and get this. Let's see. And we'll get that right there. And we'll run that there. Let's see. Ooh, idea. Ooh, I just had an idea. Okay, so we're not going to do that. We're going to do this. And the reason why we're going to do that is because we can run heat right there. The cargo containers that are going to go on the outside here will not be in the heat there. Uh-oh. We got a few problems there, guys. Let's get inside here and take care of them. First problem is we're getting cooked. Second problem is we're starving. Alright, we got the food. Let's eat that. And we need to have a sit down. Okay, so that being the case, we need construction components. I'm making a sit down. And there we go. Alright, so I think that's going to work pretty well. I wonder if I can do this. Oh, I can. Awesome. Oh yeah, this is definitely what I had in mind for a Longhorn freight transport. Oh yeah, this is good. I'm really happy with this design. Honestly, guys. We'll add some more greeble to it. We'll add some different things to it. We'll add some weapon systems, obviously. But yeah, this is sweet. We'll move the ion drives in front of the battery. We'll bump it out that way. We'll pull some things out. That'll free up some space inside too, but really and truthfully, I really like this design. And then of course in the bottom we'll put a platform that comes down, because even if we don't, that's like really perfect, honestly. We'll bring the sides down so that we can get a door in place there. So it'll drop down a little bit lower, but that's okay because those thrusters in the back are the bottom, and we can also slap a couple of landing gear on the front and back if we want to as well. So this really works out really nicely. Alright, I'm quite pleased with this Longhorn. It's turned out great. So let's go ahead and get this stuff set up. We need this done right here. And we need these done because alright, so how are we still hungry? Oh my gosh, we need real food, not these survival things. Okay. Alright, let's get okay, we've already done the steel, so that goes away. Let's see here. I don't know that we have. We'll take 20 of those. We definitely are going to need a bunch of those. and a bunch of that. Alright, so let's go back up and get this loaded up. Alright, and then now this. Just load it up. Alright, cool. Alright, guys, let's eat a little bit more of that, drop that in. And now let's get those. Grab, we need like 300 of those. Bunch of those, and we'll grab 13 motors, but we're gonna need a lot more. Alright. Almost ready. Okay. We're still gonna need a lot of components. There's no lie about that. Okay, we'll eat some more of this, drop that off. I think we need to have a few more large tank parts. Okay. Alright, now let's see here. I don't think we have enough motors, honestly. Yeah, that's all the motors we got. Not good. Well, hopefully, maybe we'll see. Yep, we're short. Alright, let's go ahead and we're gonna turn... Oh. If we turn this to stockpile, it's gonna stockpile everything, including the lab tanks. So let's check to see if the lab tanks are still on stockpile or whether or not they're off stockpile and ready to be sucked up with the rest of this. So let's take a look. Okay, good, they're off. Alright, so we need enough motors for over there. Ooh, I wonder... No, those are... Well, there might be motors down here. Let's... No, wait a minute. We pulled all those out, didn't we? Yeah, we did. Oh, man. Well, you know what we could do? If we stole from... Let's see, that goes into there. If we took it from here... And then from here... It shouldn't matter. And if we took it from here... We can replace those... Because of the fact that... Oh yeah, and we can take it from there too. Because this is important. Alright. Okay, let's go down here and drain this tank. Alright, and it is on. Okay. And that should be... Oh no. Why are we not stockpiling here? Okay, you're connected. That's on. You're connected. Oh man, you mean some of those... Oh no. So maybe... I don't know. What's not on? What's the connection problem? We're connected to there. Okay, we're connected to here. That's connected. That's connected, that's connected, that goes up there into there. So what the heck? Who's not doing the job here? No, and that's connected to those, which goes to this, which then connects to this, which connects to these, which then connects to that, which connects to that, which then connects to that, which goes up above and comes out here. So I'm confused. Why are we not pulling? What the hell? Why are we not pulling fuel? We can transfer the other stuff, but what is this not letting me fuel? Is that what's going on? Oh my gosh. Alright. Okay guys, so I want to check something real quick here because I might have a solution to this problem and I don't. Why is it I can't get this merge block? Dude. What is the malfunction here? Oh. I now know what it is. I have to make a solar panel or some such. Oh, good gravy. Or like a turbine or something like that. So, do we have... It probably isn't a bad idea, actually, to build a solar panel. But goddesses know we got all these things. Alright, let's do it. We're going to build a solar panel. We're going to run the solar panels off like wings. And we'll put them right here. Why not? What the heck? And that'll accomplish the goal too. So let's go ahead and get these. We're going to need a bunch. Gonna need a bunch of that too. One of those, I'm sure. We won't need that. I don't know if we need that. Definitely don't need that. Or that. Yeah. Alright. And I don't think we're gonna need those other things. Okay, so let's see here. Because this is what's gonna get me the ability to use the other, I'm pretty sure. Oh, you know what we could do, actually? Oh, I have an idea. Uh-huh. If we put that there, and then we put this here.
Energy low.
Oh, that's actually kind of cool. Alright, cool. Oh, actually, you know what might be cooler, though? Actually, I think I like this idea better. I mean, I don't know, we're just playing around with this idea, but we want to have solar panels. It's nice to have them as a backup source of power. And we gotta make them at least for to satisfy the progression. And honestly, I don't know that it's a bad idea. We can just slap them up here. Where is that at? That's right before there. Is it above the thruster? Yeah, right above the thruster. Alright, so we'll put it right here. And then we do this one right here. Alright, cool. Now this should allow us to get merge blocks, which is what we're after here, guys, is merge blocks. I'm going to merge those two grids together, and then hopefully that will facilitate us to be able to do that. Plus, you know, it's nice to have the extra energy. Now we're going to color these differently. I want those to be definitely blue. I like the blue for that. Oh, we're going to need some more solar panels for that one. That's okay. Alright, this hopefully allows me to do what I want to do here, which will involve cutting that off, obviously. Alright, so we're going to do... Let's do a light armor block here. Oh, no. Oh, boy. Okay. Back to the,
No
oh no.
energy.
Energy. Ah, you've got to be kidding me. I always forget this, guys. I gotta hurry. I gotta hurry. First aid. Ah, there we go. Alright, let's go sit
Energy
down.
low.
Yes, I know. I'm gonna sit down. And we might as well eat the last one of these. Okay, and we're gonna need to do something about our hydrogen and our oxygen soon too. How dreadfully stressful. Okay. Alright, we're good. Okay, so back to what we were doing before we got going out the window again. We'll fix that on the other side too. Okay, we need steel plates, that's right, because we need to make those things so that we can merge the two grids. And then that way, we should be okay. Drop that. Let's see, merge blocks. Merge blocks use large steel tubes. I don't know if they use these, so we'll take 100 of those. And I don't know if they use these, so take 100 of those. I'm pretty sure they use motors. But we can figure that out, I guess. And we still have to, do that whole thing. Alright, so, fun stuff. Let's try it. Let's see if it'll work. There is one other thing I can maybe do. Yes! Alright, it worked. Yep, of course they use motors. So we need motors and large steel tubes. Fun times. Okay. You know what we can do? We're gonna salvage some stuff here, guys. I got some ideas, but we need large steel tubes, and that's kind of one thing that we can't really screw around with right now. There it is. We'll get the motors from the conveyors, and then we can, because we'll just grind it off when it, and we'll put a connector right there. The idea is I want, let's see. Actually, you know what? We should take it from here. Hopefully, Clang does not kill us. Alright, now. Why is it not green? Alright, so let's... Alright, so we're going to unlock... Oh, please don't explode on me. Actually, you know what? For safety purposes, we're gonna go up here and do it up here. Because honestly, I can't trust that and I don't want to die. So, oh, but I gotta see what's gonna happen. Alright, okay, so here's what's gonna happen. If I blow up, we're gonna call it an OSHA violation. But I think we'll be okay, guys. I hope. Okay. Okay, so we're gonna unhook. We're gonna disconnect these. Oh, I can't get to it inside there. Oh my gosh, so we are gonna... Oh, wait. Hold on, what happened? Did that... Oh, wow, did it drain out? Really? When did that happen? Oh, it did. Ah, alright. Well, that worked out better. I didn't even know it had. Oh, excellent. Okay, that's good. That is... Yeah, okay. Let's, Perfect. Alright, let's go fix everything. Alright, let's see what else we got here. Large steel tubes and steel plates. We don't need large steel tubes for... Well, actually, we do need large steel tubes. Okay, a lot of this stuff needs tubes. Okay, tank number 2. There you go. Might as well be a good place to put those. Alright. Okay, guys, this is awesome. This is really awesome. So now we can just grind this thing down, and this will allow me to build the other tank on the other side, which works out really well. Which, incidentally, I probably should put a pipe between these two, because it probably wouldn't hurt to connect them. So, interior plate needed, of course. All right. And we'll put the large steel tube in there. Let's see. Perfect. And we'll use these to set up the other side and use these plates to get the rest of this stuff all done. So there we go. Get that fixed. Alright, that's all good. Everything ground and set that way. Okay, let's go ahead and get this in place. Alright, all that conveyoring's done. Now let's go ahead and go on the other side and do the same conveyoring process as we did before on this side too. And bam, there we go. So let's go ahead and start over here.
Energy low.
Okay, boy, we are low on everything now. We're gonna need to get a full zap here. So let's go ahead and jump over here. Alright, let's go in here and we're gonna go and get a everything, like a food and recharge here. Oh yeah.
Energy low.
We need to do something about this little situation we have going on. Let's see. Where is the hydrogen tank? Okay, both of those autofill. Stockpile is off. There we go. That's what I wanted to see. Refill on hydrogen and everything. Now we got good stuff going on with that. Once we get this thing sealed up, it'll, you know, the atmosphere will fill it in. I want to get the outside done as much as possible and sealed off, because, you know, we want to start pressurizing the ship. We're also probably going to need to do some work on, oh, well, that's not fair. What do we got for food? I thought we had food around here somewhere. Oh. Yeah, that's right. We got a thing here with food in it. I don't know why we got this here when we blocked it out with the... We might take this out and instead put a stair or put a ladder in here. Actually, that might be a really good idea. But if we did that, we're not going to have access to... it'll be... Oh, man. I don't know what I'm going to do with that. Okay, well, we got our food now anyway, so let's see, what do we got? We got fruit pastries and we've got kelp crisps, so we'll go with that. Let's go ahead and get this done. Once we get this done, we'll be able to do some movement and things like that, so. But we've got to get our engines out taken care of too, so, you know. I'm pretty sure those stinky engines we're working with now are going to have one hell of a time trying to haul this very heavy ship around. But we should be able to get some small thrusters in place at least. Okay, so let's see here. It's a half oxygen farm. You know, we really should probably ditch the oxygen farms and turn them into kelp producers, honestly. Alright, let's get this done. Now, I wasn't going to make this the back end of it, but I liked how it was so much that I just went ahead and did it anyway. Alright, now.
Meteor storm inbound.
That's nice. Thanks for giving me a meteor swarm, guys. Alright, so those are all connected and everything. Alright, cool. Motors are a big deal around here. Alright, so we got, let's see. Alright, that door's shut. Let's see. Alright, so... Okay. Let's drop this. Oh, no. We want those. We're going to use those right in a minute. Drop that. We don't need any more pipes. Or that. We'll, however, take that for now. Okay. Alright. Motors. Alright, get these in place. And when that gets set up, we'll go and put that in there. Alright, now what we're going to do now is get the rest of this done. Now we're just going to go and weld all this stuff up.
Energy low.
Why are you not welding? There we go. I'm sure it's critical. All this welding is just kind of crazy. But that's okay, we'll get it. Alright, well, looks like we've used it all up. Alright, so that's coming together nicely. Alright, ooh, I like how that is. Ah!
Low energy.
Energy, energy, energy. Good gravy. I don't listen to my warnings very much, do I, guys? Alright, let's have a sit down and let's have some more crisps. Are we in station mode? Wow. We are not in station mode. Alright, let's see. I want to know. I don't think it'll work, but let's see. I do like having that there. Alright, so here's what we're going to do, guys. Gonna pull ourselves away from this thing so we can orient and get some sun. Alright, now we're going to orient ourselves so we can get some sunshine on our kelp gardens and our solar panels. Nice, cool, that works. And what do you know? We actually have enough get up and go to make it happen, which I'm really impressed. Actually, we do need to get some glass put into those windows. Matter of fact, every window needs glass. I'm just really pleased with how this went out. Alright, let's go ahead and get the rest of this nose taken care of. We're not going to be able to sell a lot of these materials, guys, because we need them to make the actual ship, but once we get things a little bit better off, we'll be able to haul some pretty heavy cargo. And here's the other thing. I made that docking bay big enough that if we needed to, we could throw a huge cargo container in there if we wanted to. It's 3 high, 3 wide. That's the perfect dimensions for a large cargo container, and it wouldn't be hard to put one on there if we wanted one. Which is kind of part of the reason why I did what I did, is because of that. Let's see here. Alright, so
Inventory full.
let's go ahead and throw as much into that as we can. And what do we got in here? Is this... Nah, see, that's got nothing in it. Alright. We gotta put a plate in this. Okay. Perfect, we're getting it. Once we get this torn up, use all the materials we have to do as much on the outer hull as we can, then we'll move on to the inner hull and see what we can get done there. The idea is I want to try to make this thing airtight if we can. That's kind of the goal. And to do that will require us to do a lot of welding. Alright, that's it. The rest of it's motors, which we do need to use in here. Alright, so that's in play. Alright, so yep, we've got that. Let's make sure that this is set up for depressurizing. And that's to go out there. We're going to leave this open, but I do want to set this for depressurize. I just wanted a proper type of airlock, guys. That's what we needed. Gonna do these. There we go. I need to get some steel plates. Oh, wait a minute. I think I put some stuff in here. Yep, I sure did. Oh, I forgot that's what that was. Ha! Is there stuff in there too? Nope. Okay.
Inventory full.
Nope, not enough to do what I was going to do. Don't worry, I'll get there. We'll get all that stuff done. Right now, I want to get the windows in place. Let's see. Yeah, that's the window I had in mind. Girders. Of course you need girders. And of course I can't do that, so we'll drop you in there. Oof, I'm gonna need some O2. Let's see, where's the O2 tanks? Might as well just pop our canisters in there and grab some O2. Seriously? Alright, which one is the one that has... It's that one. Alright, cool. Now we're not worried about that. And then we'll eat a kelp crisp. Yummy, yummy, yummy. Okay. Now let's get our window in place, and then we'll be good to go with this. Bam. Okay, and then this is going to be a full panel window. Bam, like that.
Energy
And then
low.
we'll whip around here. Yes, I'm aware. I figured you were going to say that, suit lady. And then we'll take this one too. Okay, we need some glass. Do we have any extra glass? Probably not. Over not over there. Let's see, glass. No glass. Wow, okay. Well, since we don't have any glass...
Inventory full.
Really? Inventory? Seriously? Alright, now let's go ahead and put some steel plate down the middle.
Energy critical.
Yeah, of course it is. So what we're gonna do, because I don't have any, we don't have any more glass except, and I need to get into this side over here before I run out of juice again. Ha! Got in there first. Alright, let's have another one of these. Alright. So we're getting closer, guys. We're getting closer. We got a few more things to weld on the sides here. But I think it's coming together pretty good. We do have to get the bottom, this dorsal side done. Or not dorsal, the ventral side done. But that's okay. We can get a lot of the plating in place and stuff like that, and that's not going to be a problem. But this upper part, this is looking pretty snazzy. Once we get the cargo containers on the sides there, it's going to look really nice. And those cargo containers too, we'll be able to set them up so that they're all around, and that's going to be really cool. And I'm excited to get that done. And then we'll get this the engines on the sides here. These ion engines here. Well, that's going to have to be a little further away from things. That's okay. All right. Let's go ahead and have another. All right, we gotta have to get some meal packs sorted here, some sort of food situation done too. All right, we had to get the steel plates in place because honestly, we don't have the materials to do everything we need to do. Yeah, we need more glass. So let's go over to this side here, and we'll also check. Let's see. Yeah, we're gonna have to steel plate that too. Okay, let's see here. Do we have? Nope, no extra glass in that. Extra glass in this? Nope. And in this? Nope. Oh, crap. Alright, so we're gonna have to figure out what we're gonna do here, guys. Let's see. I can't take away from those. I mean, we can take away from this, but there's nothing there to take away from. As a matter of fact, as it is, we're going to have to take that and cover that over anyway because we don't have any glass for it. Okay. Oh, man. This needs pipes, so we'll have to get some of those. Alright. Alright, let's see here. Okay, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna drop. Let's drop that. Because we need to get that kelp process, so we gotta switch those over. Oh man, we're gonna have to put that in there. Do we have any more? Yeah, we do right here. Tier plates and yeah, we'll do steel plate too. All right. Okay, so we're gonna have to as much as I don't want to.
Inventory full.
Yeah, I know. This one's gonna have to have a steel plate because we don't have enough glass. So, and we'll probably need glass for some of the stuff inside there, I'm sure. So those will have to be steel plated over, unfortunately. It was not my plan to do that, guys, but it's just what we gotta do. At this point in time, unfortunately, that is how it goes. Alright, that's good. Let's get these set in here. Okay, let's see here. Alright, let's get this. No, we don't want to get this done yet. I'm looking to see if there's anything else out here that needs to be welded besides these. Alright, get these things done up here. Then after we do this, we'll go inside and we've got to do a couple of things on the inside there too. I'm reducing my my amount of stuff in my backpack on purpose like this because I want to be able to take care of those guys, of course. Now what do we have left? Yeah, we should have enough to be able to do the changeover for these. What was I oh yeah, solar panel cells. Okay, so here we're going to change these. Okay, now let's go ahead and get these in so we can get as much of that algae as we can get, because I really don't know. We need that food, you know? Alright. We'll just keep spinning it in place and getting that going. Oh no. How are we short? Oh. I was about ready to say, how are we short? How does that even happen? Alright, there we go. Alright, cool. Now we got some algae buildup. Did I grab? No, I did not. We need some pipes to do that part up there. Now, here's the thing. We might be able to pressurize part of this
Energy low.
setup. We might be able to. We'll see. I think that this might be... I don't know. Yeah, we might be able to. We'll see. We'll see. I'm going to need 20 pipes to accomplish this task, so... One of these we put stuff in. Yep, that was the one. And that takes 2 more. Did I put any in here? Nope. Okay. Anything? Any more pipes? Nope. Okay, let's try this one. Pipes? Nope. Okay. Well, dang. Well, let's find some pipes. Should still be a few in here somewhere. Oh, there they are. Cool. Alright, get this up here. Alright, cool. So... Okay.
Energy critical.
Okay. Got that right there. Let's see here. Okay. Now we should be heading towards one of these stations. The component station? That's probably the one we want to go to. We have drop-offs there anyway, so that might be good. Oh, wait. There's ice 5 kilometers away? Ooh. We should definitely drop down and grab that ice. Okay, let's see here. I don't like how we don't have a lot of access to the cargo in here. It's alright, we'll make do. We need motors. I know we have some here somewhere. Alright, let's go take care of some business, guys. We're still trying to get this place capable. When that thing goes off, we know we're airtight. Alright, so that's not it. Let's see here, that seals up that. Okay. And then this one here seals up this one here, this spot. Nope, we still have a hole somewhere. Okay. That was unsettling. Oh, this one here is not. This is not going to be airtight. Because that's, yeah. This is all wide open below, so we're going to have to fill this in with some steel plate. At least for now. Take that. We need more interior plates. Unbelievable, we ground out so much interior plate, and that stuff just went fast. Look at that, guys. We are down to very minimal. Alright, that airtights that. That's airtight there. Okay. Alright, still not airtight, huh? Okay. More displays for the armory, okay. Oh man, the inset planter. We need glass for that. Oh man, that sucks. Okay. Instead of an inset planter, let's go with... I wonder if we can just get a display. I mean, it was my second choice. just do an inset display panel. Alright, let's get some displays. Looking for lots of displays. Well, there's one. Grab some more of those while we're at it. Let's see. Oh, there we go. There's 17. Oh, look. Outstanding. We can get a whole bunch more of those. Alright, so we need large steel tubes for you. We'll do that in a second. We're not fully up. Alright, so we got enough to get that up. We really have to have glass for that. Ah, good gravy. Shoot. I wonder if we can get away with doing not the big one, but the other one. Oh, wait. No, we can't because we have to block this out. Shoot. Man, that is not cool. Okay, let's have a fruit pastry. Alright, well, dang. The other thing that sucks is we don't have a lot of lighting in here. And I didn't think about that till just now. We are very... Yeah. Very not well lit. We need to run around and do some lighting. But for now... Wait a minute. What if we did, instead of a... You know what we could do? I mean, I really wanted an armory, but... Oh, you know what we could do? Oh, I got an idea, guys. Okay, so here's my idea. We do an inset light here. Or, oh, wait a minute. You know what we could do? Oh, I just had an idea. I just had a really cool idea. Let's check, see if this works. I want to see if it works. The idea I have is this. What if we have, like... Where is that at? A bookshelf. Like right there. We could just set up a bookshelf like that. And that should do the trick. And then right here, we put a weapon rack. And that solves all of the problems right there, and we don't have to worry about any of those extra things. So that should take care of all that. But we're still not drawing any deal on that. Oh, probably because you. We need a large steel tube for you. Okay, large steel tubes, where are you at? Large steel tubes, I'm trying to get it, guys. I know, we're gonna get it. We're gonna get this thing sealed up. Oh, how do we not have any more steel tubes? Seriously, I know somebody's got large steel tubes. Why am I not seeing it? There was one place in here that had a bunch. I know we didn't go through them already. Where are you? Ah, there you are. Alright, so let's get the kitchen in place. Okay. Bulletproof glass. Okay, what are we missing? What are we not... What do we not got? Okay, this is all sealed up here. Oh! Genius. Ah! Yes! Alright guys, check it out! We are airtight. Hot dog. Now we just need to get some more lighting in here. and then the Longhorn's ready to roll, man. We got a lot of work to do left, but now do we want? No, we don't need an inset light. Well, we could put a light like that there. Okay. No, but we could put a light there. Okay. Let's see, where else can we get a light in? Yeah, I think that's pretty much it. Okay, and then we got a light here.
Energy low.
You know what we could do? We could put an inset light in here, actually. It's probably going to be bad, but we're going to do it anyway. Until we get our thing set, that's actually a perfectly good spot for it. There we go, now we got lighting in here. I mean, it's kind of, well, we can lighten up, we could do some painting and stuff like that, but I kind of like, I mean, the mismatched colors are kind of like, eh. We got the lighting here, we'll have a window here eventually. We got our access back here, let's go ahead and open this door. Here we've got our vent that's sucking it all out, perfect. Alright, then we go up top. I do want to get a gravity generator in place here at some point. And this is our nice yellow, bright bridge.
Meteor storm inbound.
That's nice. Alright guys, and then let's take a look outside. We've got, it's kind of a work in progress, but we do have a good, wait, what? What is over, it can't, oh, I bet it's in the voxel. Alright, well, there's not much we can do about that. Alright, well. Okay, let's go down here and collect some ice. Because ice will get us set up. Okay, yeah, there's enough of a yeah, see, I left enough of a leeway for those. Let's we've got 29 minutes of power, we're about 50%. Oh man, I love that. Alright, we'll take the salvage danger off here in just a little bit. Oh, this is brilliant. Get close enough to this thing where we can go out and do some drilling later on the next episode. I want to set us up, guys. And then we'll head up to the safe harbor and do some stuff there too. Alright, ice is down here. Spin around. When you have this kind of cockpit, it's good to spin around so you can see what you can't see because of the nose. The other nice advantage to having a ship that's relatively narrow and compact is you can slide into spaces like these and see, with that good maneuverability, just gonna work our way around it as we bleed off speed, and then I'll stop. And that puts us right above where we're gonna go. Now we're gonna rotate this way, and then that way we get good coverage on our solar panels and on the other. One thing I wanted to do is hop into our survival kit, because that is the thing that we can produce stuff on, and make a few of those. I mean, we ought to have enough silicone lurking around somewhere. Alright. And it's a lot louder with Alright guys, so we're gonna go ahead and come down here, offload our good stuff. Go in here. Oh no. Oh man, do we have any more? My bed is not in place. You're gonna go to bed and I'm like, my bed is not finished. There we go, and I chose this one because this one's got the coffee cups in the room. Alright guys. And we're gonna go to sleep to the sounds of the machine doing its work. Thank you so much for joining me on this episode, and we'll see you again next time. There's a whole lot more to come, guys. We still got contracts to do, we still got trade to do, we still got a base to work on where we can offload stuff. We still have more work to do on the Longhorn to get it finished up so we can start doing good hauling. And I do want to mention one other thing. If we can get a jump drive and get it installed, that would be worth getting rid of the back end of that cargo bay. Because one of the reasons why I want it to be flat and be that square is because the jump drive could become the rear wall of that, and we wouldn't lose more than one square. So that's something else we got to look for and try to find, salvage, build. Well, we have to salvage it and get the components we need for it, because it's got a lot of components, but once we have it, we can extend our trade a lot easier. Anyway, a whole lot more to come, guys. Thank you so much for joining me, and I'll see you again next time on Space Engineers Longhorn Transported Salvage.